Hi, I'm Mason Jasper, and this is my group speech. For this assignment, we were assigned as a group to pick a topic and research it as a group. And my group's topic of choice is, should transgender athletes be able to play sports? This has been a big topic in news here lately, as some people say that transgender athletes should not be able to play sports as it is unfair to the game. But other people disagree with that argument, saying it's excluding certain groups of people. But it is our group's consensus, after doing plenty of research, that transgender athletes should not be able to play sports. There are three main reasons for our pick. One of them being the fairness of the game, the second being the mental well-being of the athletes playing the sport, and the final one being the physical well-being of athletes playing the sports.
Hi, I'm Ben Kim, and the first point I'll be making on our speech is the human anatomy. The male anatomy has a higher advantage over the female anatomy. The male body, on average, is 4 inches taller compared to that of the normal female. In addition, the male body, on average, is 32 pounds heavier than that of the female body. The male body produces 20 times more testosterone than that of the female body. This allows for men to have more drive and a higher training session and larger muscle mass. In addition, the males also have a larger heart, allowing them for more endurance and control their heart rate. Males also have a larger lung capacity, allowing them for more endurance. The particular reason for me stating this information is to show how much advantage the male anatomy has of that over the female anatomy.
Hello, my name is Ella Pierce, a sophomore at our local high school. An example of this is Leah Thompson from the University of Pennsylvania. In the 2022 NCAA Division I Swimming Championship, Leah's larger body size, lung capacity, and muscle mass gave way to her championship title. This was a countrywide controversial topic as a transgender athlete, dominating the 1,650-yard freestyle and 200-yard freestyle. She won the 500-yard freestyle, winning the title of the championship. These integrated competitions caused an arousal of anger. Thomas claimed the NCAA was pushing acceptance, as she was allowed and even welcomed to the competition by many athletes and coaches themselves. Riley Gaines, a University of Kentucky swimmer, an All-American who placed second in the same race as Leah, which was the 500-yard dash freestyle, spoke out and advocated for women's sports. She spoke of the unfair advantage in the biology, and as we spoke of previously. She later claimed she was assaulted for speaking out and was told to stop by NCAA itself. This example validates our claim even more of the unfairness of biological components of transgenders in sports.
Hi, my name is Chasey Burton, and I am a sophomore at my local high school. A person's mental health is of great importance when it comes to an athlete's overall performance. There are lots of factors that play a part in one's inevitable health. Genetics, self-esteem, peer and family influences, and religion are just a few. With transgender issues beginning in 2020 and still being a pressing issue today, trans athlete Leah Thomas is a biological male that is competing in women's swimming. Thomas has shown her still intact male genitals to other women in the locker room. A lot of women that were in the locker room have spoken up, saying how they have been scarred from that experience. But officials have yet to listen to their voices, ultimately silencing them like they have silenced other females. A teammate of Thomas's, who remains anonymous, was raped in high school in her swim locker room. Seeing Thomas's parts exposed while he was changing or while he was showering brought back vivid memories of her own incident. But when she went to her coach to tell them her concerns, the athlete was told to be more inclusive and accepting of her new teammate, even though she was felt as she was in danger while she was changing and showering.
An athlete can be at their peak physical performance, but with the new transgender athletes being allowed to compete against them, this can take a toll on an athlete's mental health. For example, Leah Thomas, a transgender biological male, was allowed to compete at an NCAA swim competition against biological females. Thomas ties with a biological female in the 500 freestyle. Riley Gaines. The NCAA gave Leah Thomas the trophy over Riley Gaines, the biological female who had trained for many years to compete at this level. Thomas was a mediocre swimmer against biological males. Imagine the turmoil and disappointment Gaines and other females suffered from having to compete against a biological male. Furthermore, Gaines and other biological females were made to share a locker room with Thomas, who has no body-altering surgeries. The discomfort and overall feeling of not being safe truly affects one's mental health. Thank you. My name is Kendall Melton, and I am a student at Russell County High School.
Hello, my name is Anna Gosser, and I'm a sophomore at Russell County High School. While emotional safety is a prominent issue, the physical safety of athletes also needs to be considered. Sports spectators, biological women, and activists are claiming that the women victims suffering from this involuntary disgrace to the sporting industry deserve their very own Me Too movement. After the brutal attack on Tamika Brents, a young biological female wrestler, in 2014, Brents was faced in a match with newly transitioned Fallon Fox, a 30-year-old man who transitioned from male to female and currently identifies as a trans woman. Within the first 2 minutes of the match, Brents was knocked out cold, leaving her with a severe concussion and nearly terminal injuries. Before officials were able to send help and intervene, she was continuously beaten by a grown biological man. While this may be seen as concerning to anyone with common sense, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this unfair match as stated by the NCAA. Based on the NCAA's principles, there is nothing wrong with a biological man physically fighting a woman as long as he identifies himself as a woman. Brents later completed an interview where she states, "I have struggled with many women and I have never felt the strength that I felt in a fight like that night. I have never felt so dominated in my life, and I am an abnormally strong woman in my own right." Then, after recovering and speaking out about the incident again, Brents was told she was being a sore loser and to simply get over it, and then she was labeled transphobic. All further discussion about the incident was silenced by the NCAA.
But if we concede that women are being silenced in events that are happening right in front of our eyes, what is happening behind closed doors? In North Carolina, there was a high school volleyball player who got a minor concussion because she was spiked in the face by a transgender volleyball player. Her name was Peyton McNabb. This not only gave her a major concussion, but she also suffered even more long-term mental injuries and even a detrimental neck injury. McNabb stated, "I'm here for every biological female athlete behind me, my little sister, my cousins, my teammates. Allowing biological males to compete against biological females is dangerous. I may be the first to come before you with an injury, but if this doesn't pass, I won't be the last." We can clearly see from these incidents that allowing transgender people and biological women and biological men sporting events is not only detrimental to the sporting event, but the athlete's physical well-being as well. Thank you. I am Emma Wilson.
Hi, my name is Jacob Phillips. I'm a sophomore at my local high school. In conclusion, there are many reasons for why transgenders should not be allowed to compete in some sports. Some of these reasons are emotional safety, physical safety, and equality and fairness. Thank you.
Again, we are the students of Russell County High School, and we hope that you have enjoyed this presentation so much. As you can see, this project was clearly new and dear to us as we have so strong opinions about this issue. Again, we want to thank you so much for your time and your consideration while you listen to our presentation.